Yes, SPX 6900 has been the talk of the crypto world in the last few weeks, as it should be, given that its performance has been like an absolute rocket ship. But there is one coin that has performed equally well, particularly in the last week and a half. This other coin is not getting nearly as much attention, but it should be. Its market cap is about dead equal with SPX, and these two coins, SPX and the other one, are starting to develop a real heated but friendly rivalry. The project in question that I am talking about is, of course, fan favorite FARTCOIN. And before we go any further with FARTCOIN, don't forget to check out my go-to crypto exchange, BTCC. They are fully licensed and available for traders in the USA like myself, and Europe and Canada and everywhere else. No VPN or KYC is needed. Additionally, if you go through my referral link at the top of the description area right down there, you get up to $10,000 in bonuses that can be used to cover trading fees, trading losses, and other stuff. So definitely check that out. And additionally, on their main website, their exchange site, they're always doing other competitions, contests, giveaways. Like their hot coins trading week is going on right now. Round 3 has 3 days left. Depending on your trading volume, you can win a share of a $50,000 prize pool. So definitely check that out. Now back to FARTCOIN, and here's the roughly 3-month chart for this project, and it is a thing of beauty, slow and steady gains each and every week, building momentum. It peaked when the Coinbase roadmap listing was announced about a week and a half ago, so naturally there's going to be a little bit of a pullback there. But then when the Coinbase official spot listing was announced, they made it official sooner than expected just yesterday. We completely eradicated that dip, and we are back where we were before Coinbase officially made their first announcement. Now let's look at the SPX chart. Very 3-month chart, very similar. So here's SPX. Here is FARTCOIN. SPX, it seemed to gain momentum a little bit sooner, about like a little bit later, about 5 weeks ago, roughly here, whereas FARTCOIN started to really pick up steam about 8 or 9 weeks ago. But the overall gains for the two projects are very similar. And then if we break down the numbers specifically, we can see just how similarly consistent these two projects are. So FARTCOIN on the week, they were up 40%, 40. SPX on the week, they are up a nearly identical 37%, and it gets even better on the 90-day return. So I can't get the actual number return on either CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko, but we can look at the 3-month chart and just sort of eyesight ballpark it. So here is FARTCOIN 3 months ago. It started at about 300 million market cap. Right now, today, it is at 1.3 billion market cap. So that is about exactly a 4.5x. Now let's see SPX. 3 months ago, it started at about exactly a $330 million market cap. Today, it is at a $1.5 billion, a little bit above, about $1.54 billion. So that is exactly a 5x. So FARTCOIN over 3 months, 4.5x. SPX, 5x. These two projects are neck and neck. So as mentioned, the sort of re-rise yesterday and today, those green candles right there when the rest of the market was down, was due specifically to Coinbase converting the roadmap listing into a spot market listing a little bit sooner than expected. So originally they announced it 6 days ago on June 6th that FARTCOIN was getting listed on the roadmap. Now in the early days of a roadmap listing in 2022, they started that usually it would take a couple months, like 3 to 4 months. Coinbase just wanted to see the progress that the team was making, make sure everything was kosher, then they would list it. Now it's been shortened to typically about 1 to 2 weeks, sometimes less. I've seen it in as short as like 1 or 2 days. So it does seem like nowadays a roadmap listing almost always immediately indicates a spot market exchange listing. And frankly, I've never ever seen a roadmap listing not at some point convert to a spot listing. So that's the reason for that. Additionally, Coinbase also today announced that a perpetual listing. They are listing FARTCOIN perps on their futures exchange with up to 20x leverage. Now let's see what the community thinks of FARTCOIN's rise of late. The gas coin wants higher, in my opinion. Most of the tweets in there are bullish. Coin Bureau chimed in, if Satoshi returned tomorrow, what would he think of FARTCOIN? Coin Bureau is more of a utility coin kind of guy, so it's a pretty good tweet right there. Nikita Bear, this guy's a big macro guy. He has a ginormous following. See the traction in this tweet. But he said, we need to begin government purchases of meme coins. I don't want to live in a country that deprives its people of their monthly distribution of FARTCOIN. I don't want to live in that country either. Well said. Well said. Then this person pointed out there's already $1 million in spot volume, $1 million plus. That was in the first 12 hours. Now it's probably up to about $2 million. So why is that important? Because remember, FARTCoin is still not yet listed on Binance or Bybit. They're listed on pretty much everything else: Coinbase, BitGet, Kraken's on the next page, Mexigate, Huobi. But two of the top top two exchanges, Binance and Bybit, they are not yet on. And typically, Coinbase and Binance list meme coins in unison. Not 100% of the time. It's about 70% of the time that happens. And the FARTCoin listing on Coinbase was a little surprising just because, it's a non-docs dev. Solana coins, some they listed, but not others. But so, is Binance noticing this? Absolutely. Is it going to lead to a Binance listing? Only time will tell. Is the FARTCoin listing is Coinbase a top for FARTCoin? I definitely don't think so. Anyways, that's it for now. FARTCoin on me. Drop a comment down below. I'll be back later with the interview. Bankrupt signing out. Later.